Hey YouTube, how's it going? Etsymoto here. Just commuting home and splitting the little lanes. So today is not so bad. Today is not so bad at all. My commute home. Monday is particularly lighter, and interesting enough, the 91 freeway isn't backed up as bad as it usually is at this time of the day. Yeah, so it's about 6:30 p.m. on the West Coast this Monday afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it. So, what should we talk about? Hey, why not talk about splitting lanes and some of the things I do. Just a disclaimer. It doesn't mean it's right. I'm just saying what I do. But first things first, when you're splitting lanes, you definitely don't want to go crazy fast. Rule number one. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. When you get more comfortable on your bike splitting lanes, yeah, like right now, we're splitting lanes. I think traffic's doing about 30. I'm doing about 55. Traffic is slowing down, so I'm going to slow down. I should let the guy behind me go by as courtesy, now that this guy's behind me on a sport bike. And I'm going to do that as soon as I get a chance. So, as you can see, I'm not going crazy fast. Well, that, and there's a Harley in front of me. But now I'll be courteous. Alright, sweet. I got the thank you wave, and that was very courteous of him too. So, cool. And it would be nice if that Harley lets him go by. Because, yeah, there you go. So, riders doing riders correctly in a nice sense. Anyways, so like I said, rule number, what are we on? 3? Watch out for mirrors. Mirrors are bad. So I think you ask anybody that's ever split lanes, and most will tell you that your mirror might have tapped somebody else's mirror, maybe once or twice or something like that. Usually it's in a tight spot and the dude won't move over, like this guy. See, he's like hugging the line. Come on, move left. Oh, that's it. Anyways, so it'd be nice if most drivers were courteous, but hey, they don't have to move over. But yeah, that's another thing. Rule number 4: they don't have to move over. So be aware of that. Always be watching a car's body language. Always. There is a body language to the cars. Just notice the movements. You'll see them either kind of rock back and forth a little bit, giving you gestures like if they want to get into the other lane and are about to cut you off. And thank you very much. That was really cool. Even people in the other lane are courteous. Watch out for big mirrors like that one. And this guy kind of moved over. Watch the body language of the car. He moved over. Thank you. And that's how we do it. That's how I do it. So here we go. Yeah, and usually, I mean, should be splitting on the passenger side. See that guy? See? That's cool. He just moved over for me. So there's a lot of cool, courteous, very nice cagers out there, as some of you call them. But I'm a cager at times too, like most of us. I do own a car. Sorry to say, I do. I have a family. What do you want me to do? But so right now traffic's going decent. I mean, it's going like 50-ish. Now, some other guys will be splitting lanes right about now. I mean, I think the DMV in California and the Highway Patrol, I think, in California have some guidelines. They're not rules, they're guidelines. but on what you should be doing. Like, you should be splitting lanes here in the fast lane and in this lane. You shouldn't be splitting lanes on the slow lane to the right. I forget which one's 1, 2, or 3, but you get it. And right now you're asking, why am I not splitting lanes if we're going so slow? Well, the carpool is about to start right here, and wow, I didn't expect it to go this slow, so I'm gonna ease. That's another thing. Look in your mirror when you're about to split, because another motorcyclist might come up on your right, and that would be a really bad thing if he's splitting lanes and you cut a motorcyclist just because you're trying to split lanes. So you always got to be on the defensive on a car. Whoa, that traffic needs to stop pretty quick, so always be on the defensive. Looks like that truck was just stopped in the middle of the road, didn't go, and everybody behind him just stopped. So you always got to be defensive. So like when you're about to get another lane, and like I just did, I kind of turned my head, took my eyes off the car in front of me, boom, traffic comes to a stop, you might run into them. There's so much stuff you got to watch out for when you're on a bike on the freeway and you're intending on splitting lanes. Now, the alternative, not splitting lanes, like if I was behind this car right here, and all of a sudden that car came to a stop, if the dude was pretty close behind me, or not close behind me, just didn't see that me and the car in front of me came to a stop abruptly, well, I'm going to be sandwiched. The person in the car in front of me will be fine. The person that hit me will be fine, but I won't be. So that's why I'm a proponent of splitting lanes, you know. I mean, it's kind of like you got your own mini lane. For the most part, if they allow it. I mean, I got the wide angle. I mean, this camera has a wide angle, so you can't see how much room I have, but it's decent once you get used to it, especially right here. I'm in no danger of hitting anybody's mirrors, or anybody's mirrors hitting me, or anybody's cars hitting me. Up here it gets a little tight. So just approach with caution. Like right before I passed that car, I kind of let off the gas just slightly because I was reading the car's body language. And that's what I do every time I approach a car. I'm looking at the tires and looking at if they're jerking to the right at all. Like that guy in that Mercedes saw me. He just went to the left a little bit. Thank you. And yeah, you just got to be trying to anticipate and prepare. I've had guys cut me off right over here. Look at that guy. You can't see him in the camera probably, but he just broke double yellows to get out of the carpool, and that sucks. So like a lot of guys will come through here and speed through. I mean, I'll be honest, I have too, because you know they feel protected on the double yellows. Well, you got to watch out for people like that. I just gotta get the piece out of that guy right there. He didn't care about the double yellows. Got right out. A guy like that will ruin your day. Oh, look at this guy. This guy's cool. This lady. Peace, 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 peace. So, all right. Traffic's going pretty fast. That's a pretty nice Acura. Watch out. Also, watch out for trucks that have like loads like this one. You never know if something's gonna fall out. They're weighted down more, so I also got to figure that it's gonna be a little bit harder for them to stop. I mean, I know that was just couches, probably not that much weight, but you got to watch out for trucks that have some weight on them or loads on them. Definitely be careful with big rigs. I'm really careful hesitant before I'm passing a big rig. What else? Oh, that was awesome. Watch this. Double, yeah. So, I love it when people move over like that. You know, obviously they move over just to show you that they got your back. That's so appreciated. Like this guy moved over big time. Thank you. So, yeah. say about split lanes. You know, everybody split lanes or rides at their own risk. Everybody assumes their own risk. Yes, that's right out of the MSF course. Everybody assumes their own risk. And so, you know, speaking to that, if there's a guy in front of you, you know, that's newer, you can tell he's a little squirrely, maybe a little squiddy. You know, I usually back off if I'm splitting lanes. Even if he's holding me up, I'll just back off. You know, I don't want to pressure the guy, cause him to try to let me by, to be courteous when it's not safe. Like if traffic's slowing down and he gets into a pocket to let me by, you know, that could be bad if he's not, you know, doesn't have that much experience. And so I just lay off. I try to watch out, obviously, the body language of other motorcyclists, you know, determine how, see that guy? Anyway, sorry, I had to break double yellow. Anyways, but that's how it goes here. So, I mean, my advice is that being practical, you know. I've seen guys on, you know, they just happen to be on sport bikes. You can do it on any bike. It doesn't matter. Harleys. I've seen Harleys split lanes like crazy, like madmen. You know, sport bikes are usually the culprits, but Harleys too. You know, I've seen them do, you know, splitting lanes like this, how we are right now, or even way tighter. They must be doing like 80, you know, 80, 90, just whizzing right by the cars. This guy's on the phone. You gotta, that's another thing. Watch out when you think they're letting you by. They might just be on the phone. Seriously. I think that the other guy was just on the phone. This guy, I think, yeah, he let me by. Yep, he did. I saw him in the mirror, in his huge mirrors. I could see him like up against the steering wheel and trying to ride that yellow line on the left. So stuff like that. I look in their mirrors. I try to look at their face to see what they're concentrating on, if they got a phone in their ear. I mean, I'm just trying to do all kinds of detective work. Yeah, it's a lot of work trying to be as safe as you can splitting lanes, you know, and that's the way it should be. You know, if you got a work ethic issue, then maybe, you know what, I would advise not getting on the freeways if you're not going to be defensive and work your rear end off to not die. I mean, let's just put on the line, you know, to not die. It's not that car that's gonna get killed. It's you. The people in the car, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. I mean, emotionally I can't speak to that, but you get it. I mean, so put in work when you're riding a motorcycle. Always be defensive no matter what, and always be extra defensive if you're splitting. Alright, it's about to get really windy because I'm going northbound on the 15. So thank you very much for watching. Post below if you got other comments, advice on splitting lanes. You know, I didn't obviously mention everything, but you know, just what's on the top of my head, what I do. You saw, I'm not perfect, but the goal is to stay alive and get through traffic. Anyways, thanks for watching. Talk to you later, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. All right, later.